got you with some positive energy reading, the language of letting go by Melody Beattie. No. The language of letting go. The language of letting go. No, by Melody Beattie. Yes. Oh God, thank God for Facebook and these videos. I swear it's like, it brings me joy to do these videos for you. If you like these videos, please hit like. If you're watching, please hit like so I know I'm not alone on this journey. And I do get a couple of comments of people that I generally watch regularly. But yeah, if you're watching on Facebook, give me a nice little thumbs up like. And if you're watching on my YouTube, please hit subscribe. Let me know that I'm making a difference and that there's a point to all this besides my own giggles and my own daily growth. So yeah, okay. So we are reading, we just did that. We are reading March 10th, Living with Families. What's this gonna be all about, I wonder? Okay, so March 10th, Living with Families. I was 46 years old before I finally admitted to myself and someone else that my grandfather always managed to make me feel guilty, angry, and controlled. Well, I can relate to that beginning part. I'm 44. I keep saying I'm 45, but I'm in my 45th year of life. So I've always done this. I always jump at it. I remember when I was 38, I would say, or when I was definitely 39, I was saying I'm 39 and a quarter, I'm 39 and a half, I'm 39 and 3/4 quarters. I was so excited to get to 40. And so, yeah, I tend to do that. So I've been saying I'm 45 in a couple of my videos. I'm actually 44. I'm in my 45th year. Okay, anyways, my point is that, it's only since I turned 40 that I have, been able to admit things to myself, admit the pain of my past, really admit that pain, admit the things that I've felt along the way. I had a lot of shame, I guess, and I had a protection mechanism up that said, no, I'm strong, it didn't affect me, and that was keeping me stuck, actually. So, it's been a great realization to give myself permission, like I've said in other videos, to give myself permission to feel what I'm actually feeling and to experience what I actually felt, and experience what I've actually experienced with my real emotions attached to it, instead of my defense mechanisms of nope, I'm strong, doesn't bother me. And that's where the healing's taking place. But that's, as I've been told, I'm very brave to do that because I got to face the pain. But the thing is, it now doesn't run my life, and I get to move forward and grow instead of circling around old patterns of behavior from my past. Okay. So, we may love and care about our family very much. Family members may love and care about us. But interacting with some members may be a real trigger to our codependency. Yes, families, I think, are number one. The people who are closest to us are our biggest triggers. That's what I've noticed. I get into a relationship, and it's all my shit comes up. Be around families, all your shit comes up. And if you're on a healing journey, then that's a good thing because they can look at it and heal it, feel it, deal with it, and heal it, right? It's the people close to us because we let them in a different way, right? They're the ones that trigger our stuff. So interacting with members may be a real trigger to our codependency, sometimes to a deep abyss of shame, rage, anger, guilt, and helplessness. These are good words. The reason I pause on those words is because it's good to name what you're feeling. So it's good to learn a lot of vocabulary so you can describe what you're feeling, and then once you name it, it just seems to change and shift it and help you heal it. Okay, so it can be difficult to achieve detachment on an emotional level with certain family members. Loving detachment is a word that I've heard come up a lot in this last year, and I'm still trying to understand what that means and what that looks like. So it can be difficult to achieve detachment on an emotional level with certain family members. It can be difficult to separate their issues from ours. It can be difficult to own our power too. Difficult, but not impossible. The first step is awareness and acceptance. Awareness, once it comes to, it's like, oh, wow, I never saw that before. There's the awareness is so powerful because once you are aware of something and then you're out of also denial, once you get out of denial, then you can facilitate change. And once the awareness comes, like, say there's a family member that causes you shame and you just didn't realize it, and you're like, oh, that's what I'm feeling when I'm around that person or that partner or something. It's a shame. And once you call it, you're like, I'm feeling shame. And then you have the power, then you start to gain power to shift that and change it and heal it. Okay, so the first step is awareness and acceptance. Accept it. It's like, it's okay. It's okay that I feel the shame. Accept myself as I am right now in this very moment, each moment, as I shift and change as I go about my life. Acceptance and awareness. So simple acknowledgement without guilt of our feelings and thoughts. Like I just said, just acknowledge it. This is what I'm feeling, and that's okay. We do not have to blame our family members. It's not their fault. Like, we don't point a finger. It's all about it's acknowledging for yourself, oh, this is what's coming up for me. What can I do about it? What can I do about it? Not how do they have to change so I don't feel this. It's like they're triggering something inside you that needs to come up and get out and be healed. It's a good thing. You can thank them later on. We do not have to blame or shame ourselves. So don't feel like I'm ashamed. Like, you don't shame yourself for feeling shame. It's just like, yeah, I'm feeling shame. Not, oh, I'm feeling shame. No, own it. I'm feeling ashamed right now. And there's power in that. I was just talking to my really, really amazing, awesome friend last night, and she spoke to me. She's like, I've been ashamed to tell you this. It's like, oh my gosh, and the compassion that I feel for her. But I've been ashamed to tell her things recently. But the more we get it out, the healing can begin. Because then when you shine light on the shame, I got lots of little ad-libs here. When you shine light on the shame, you got to shine light on the shame. When it's down in here and you don't talk about it, it's in the darkness and nothing can happen. As soon as you talk about it, the light comes in on it. And what I said to my friend last night is, I love you more when you tell me these pieces of you, because someone is letting you in. We let others in, and when we let them into this, the lovableness of us comes out. We're more lovable because we're human. We show our humanness, and then others can feel the same. Then once we show our humanness, it gives the others permission to show their humanness and be real. Just let's get real, people. All right. We do not have to blame or shame ourselves. Acceptance is the goal. So when you start to get mad at yourself, nope, accept. When you start to shame yourself, no, accept. Accept. Acceptance is the goal. Acceptance and freedom to choose what we want and need to do to take care of ourselves with that person. So now we have freedom. Once we acknowledge, I'm feeling ashamed around this person, or I feel rage around this person, we acknowledge that, and then we can choose how to take care of ourselves regarding that. We can become free of the patterns of the past. Like I said, we get looped in these patterns of the past when we don't look at this stuff. So we become free of the patterns of the past when we do this, when we name what we're feeling, accept it, and then choose to take care of ourselves around that. Then we are recovering, and progress is the goal. There's a thing they say in recovery: progress, not perfection. We're not going to get it perfect, and that's okay, but as long as we're taking little steps forward. And I find it's these little steps, these giant leaps and bounds that I've felt over the last 5 years. It's like, oh, I've come to this big realization. Those aren't sustainable. It's these little steps along the way. They create this solid foundation. Little steps along the way create a solid foundation. When you take a big leap and bound, there's a big dip to fall back into. So little steps, little pieces of progress, not perfect, doesn't have to be perfect, just little pieces of progress along the way. Okay, here's our prayer for today. Today, higher power, help me be patient with myself as I learn how to apply recovery behaviors with my family members or with the people close to me. It doesn't have to be family members. I think they should say living with people, period. Not living with family, but living with people in general. Someone you're around all the time. They're gonna trigger your stuff. Okay, prayer. Today, higher power, help me be patient with myself as I learn how to apply recovery behaviors with people I'm close to all the time and family. Help me strive today for awareness and acceptance of myself and others and life as it is. I just did that a little ad-lib. Oh, yay! I loved this reading. Thanks for watching. Hi, Penny. I hope you all have a great day. Happy recovery. Happy shifting and changing yourself for the better. And yeah, again, give me some thumbs up on this video. And if you're watching it on YouTube, subscribe so that I know to keep on. It helps me to keep on going. So if I'm helping you in any way, please help me by encouragement with some thumbs up or a subscription or a like or whatever. I